Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I've got a little tip for you today on how to set elastic in a pair of pants. You know, after you sew your pant together and you put your tag in the back or wherever you're going to put it, I always put it in the back so I can know where to start. So this is a pair of 1X's and I have a measurement for a 1X. So I keep my elastic really handy and I go over and measure on my machine for a 1X large, and I cut my elastic. Now for security reasons I overlap that 1 inch and back tack. And I know so many of you, when you set elastic, you're used to putting a pin in it and setting it in the casing. But I'm going to show you how to do it without worrying about a casing. Okay, you got your elastic, your back of your pant, your seam is turned in one direction. Now, I'm going to pull that over, let my tag stick out, and I'm going to come right under that elastic, but I don't want my elastic to move when I start sewing. So I secure it, I line up my seams, and I stitch right through the middle of that elastic so it won't go nowhere. Then I come to the underneath side, about a 1/2 inch overlap over the elastic, pull it over tight, and then I start sewing. Now, if you have a zipper foot on a home sewing machine, you can do this, or if you have an industrial, this is what you want to do. You want to sew right under that elastic and give yourself a little leeway on the lip, about a 1/2 inch. If you don't want that much, you don't have to do that much. This is just one way to set elastic. There are several different ways, but I wanted to share with you all in case you have a project or you need to set elastic. This is just a little sampling. I used to do this all day long in the factory. Okay? And as I get closer, I turn all of my seams in one direction. Now, as I get closer to this back, the elastic is getting smaller. So I'm going to hold the back side and pull my elastic through. I'm going to pull it through from the back. You don't want to do it in front of the needle because it'll get bogged up. So you want to pull it from the back side. You want to make sure your needle is down when you're doing that so that it don't move, okay? Now, you continue to sew right underneath the elastic. Doesn't matter what size, if it's a 1/4 inch, you always, or whatever length it is, you want to encase it, not pull it through with a pin. This will save you a lot of time, and if you work on it, you'll get it perfected before you know it. Okay? And the closer I get to the back, I want to pull it a little bit again until it relaxes enough that I can finish that off, and I'll pull that back. It's too much elastic because I want this to be flat. Then I finish it off, back tack, cut. Now, so when I get through with that, I want to take my time and measure the elastic evenly around. I want to pull on it and pull on it until it's spread around evenly. How do I know it's evenly? There's my center front. Here's my center back. And I take this one and this, and then I want to get the side seams lined up, and they off just a little bit. So I'm going to push this back. I'm going to move the fabric back a little. Not too much, because it's not off by much. And there we go. Voila. The side seams line up. You want that because when you have on the pant, if that seam is off to the side, then that pant going to look twisted. So you don't want it to look twisted, okay? Now, the one thing I do this because I don't like when you put on a pair of pants and the elastic roll down. I don't like my elastic to roll down. So I just stitch right down the middle on a 1/2 inch because this is 1 inch elastic. If it was smaller, I would do 1/2 the distance. And I'm pulling from the back and from the front so that when they put these pants on, the elastic does not pop, okay? You want to this way you're not all day long setting your elastic. You just want to line it up and let it sew right into that stitch. And voila, no popping of the thread. That's my tip for today. Bye.